Okay, I live over there and I see them. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh my goodness. You know, I planted potatoes and they were in there, eating up and having a swell time. Let me see if I can go somewhere where I can catch them better. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know if I can, but I know they will go and play havoc with my garden. They're back there. Let me see. I'm gonna go somewhere. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ohayou. I'm gonna go for a walk, but I just saw the monkeys and I'm really fascinated by them. Not only that, they will tear up my garden. So I think I'll have to chase them. Okay, so I'm gonna go between the neighbor's house and mine and see if I can catch them on the cliff line so you can get a good look at them. Oh my God. Monkeys, baby, monkeys. I have to be quiet. That's the cliff line, and they usually come in the cliff line among the trees. But I have my bell, so I don't want him to hear me. Let's see. If I go home, I can observe them, but I don't want to go home. I want to go walking. They're not back here yet. They're not back here yet. So let me go by my garden and see if I can catch a glimpse of these little varmints. They tore up my damn garden. This is my neighbor's garden. This is my other neighbor's garden. I gotta beg him to bramble. My other neighbor's garden. Look, I'm sneaking up on monkeys if I can. Those suckers are smart. I'm going slowly, slowly, slowly. And this is my house. I'm planting lettuce in there. And this is my garden. Well, they came and they dug up my potatoes. So I'm going to see if I can get close enough to get a glimpse. If this is your first time, welcome. We're looking for monkeys. So I saw them and we have a covered walkway because the winter is so bad. We don't have to dig ourselves. Oh, they're there. They're there. I see them. Oh, one is right there. Let me show you. Rafiki will come to my garden. Don't worry. Oh, there are two fat ones. haven't seen me yet. Steady the camera. Now these bad boys and gals, they reap where they have not sown. So I have my bell on, and the bell is to keep me safe from the bears. So we will sneak up on the others. Oh, they're going away. I think they sense people. I'm going to chase them. I hope they don't attack, but I'm going to chase. Fight, 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 fight. Oh, they tend to fight. Look, I gotta chase them. I want to go on my walk, and I don't want them in my damn garden. I gotta go walking, so I'm gonna chase them, and you will see bus and scatter with them. So this is me creeping. I'm creeping. They haven't seen me yet. They have not seen me. But they might smell me. Hey, get this monkey feisty. They're feisty like hell. They ain't even moving. Hey, them bandies are moving. They ain't moving. I thought they would bust and scatter. No, sorry, Bob. Look, look. Two of them lie down there. Let me see if I can see where they are. Right above there, laying out, having. I hate it as attack people if you're too forward with them. I better go along my way because these creatures. Oh, oh, oh. A baby is running. Look, 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 look. You run across the street. These things stop traffic. They just sitting up there. Well, I tell you, where is he? Let's see where he is. Uh, this thing feisty, feisty. One sit down right, I'm trying to bring him in, but I can see him with the camera like not picking him up. I'm on my phone. I see the bus is going there. The bus going slow because they are crossing. Look, 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 look. Look, look, Rafiki coming. He running across like, yeah, looky, looky, looky. I better go before they come and attack me. Look, 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 look. Look, look, quick, like a quickie, quickie, quickie. That's a quickie like you never seen in your life. Look at a quickie. I'm sure I captured it. And them now go where? Them monkey this ain't going away. Men chasing y'all. Them this feisty. I better go because this ain't looking good. Because usually they would run. But them this ain't going. You think them this is pet? And they're so bold. They're doing the do. They're so bold. They're doing the communist right in front of me. Look at this one. Hey! Oh, Jesus. I better go. Them kind of call them. I mean, I want them come attack me. They're telling each other. They're communicating. Look them. Look at them. Them intend to go. Yeah, they're sending messages to each other. I hope none of them and they're behind me. That they're up in the trees. Look, look, look. Shaking down the place. Let me see if I can see which tree they're in. In a tree right over there. They're gonna show Pauline today that them not move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Them a call out. Look at he. It's where he going. He gone in the drain. Them eating them and care about me. Them and care one thing about me. It's where he going. This is a new breed. They're young. See the old dudes from before but they run away. Ay, ay, ay. I never see nothing so. I thought they would have bust and scatter. Usually security just come and chase them because it's be here in the hundreds. Well, not in the hundreds, like 50s or so. Anybody there in this house? No, I don't think nobody in this house. They're carrying on. Well, look how me ain't getting for do my walk anymore. Look, look, look. There's a tree that's shaking up a tree there. They're in the tree and shaking up. Yes, like and subscribe, Lily. But look at them this year. But you know, it's me wrong. It's me a monkey country. It's me. Them been here before me. But you know, I too am fascinated by them. You know? And if you, he badass. He busy calling out. I'm fascinated by them because I've never seen them this close up. Like when I'm home, I'm upstairs in the loft and I could see them very clearly. But this year I got all of 6 strawberries. 6! What I couldn't get, the squish in the net because I put a net on. I spell for them this time. But 2 days ago I came home and my Irish potatoes, them dig it up and start eating, like the bottom of it that turn into potatoes. And I barely get a root, some roots left. Look at them leisurely going about the foraging. The one up in the tree, and he calling out he or she. I think it's a he. They usually send the big males to guard, and every now and again I would see a little sexy time, like we saw this morning. But these them this not really okay. Them this is them ones who born this year because the big ones, the big mamas and papas, they know very well to run away. And these little small, they're little skinny, they're not that big. So them young, them just born. So we have one, two, three, four, five, 6 of them, and some in the trees over there, calling out and going on. That's how I know they're about because I would hear them call, and I'm used to that. Well, girl, listen, I better stop watch monkey, yeah? Or else I'm gonna get no exercise in. And we have a function starting at 10. We have kids coming from a school. I don't really don't have to be there, but um, oh shoots. Wait, it's almost 10? Shucks. No, it's almost 9. So I can stop watching the monkey this because them ain't gonna go away. They're gonna be here marauding my garden. So let me look at what's, sorry, moving this too fast. So my garden is over here. Let's go have a look. So you're lucky to see the garden, and that's my cottage right here. And this is Monkey Alley. They will come all the way down here, and I'm at the cliff line. So they go up in this tree and have a whale of a time. So I'd be upstairs and watching them, or even downstairs watching them. But it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Today is nice and bright and sunny. So they're on this bank here, and they would roam all around here, and they would come in the trees and carry on. Sometimes I don't see them because they're in the bottom, and there's a river below. There's a river below. We had rain a couple, like last week when it rained heavily, but we don't have rain now, so I could barely hear the river. But when it's full, you can hear it. So this is the time you hear birds and everything, and they cut the grass because there are bears out. So I haven't been walking as much as I want to because the bears are out. But I walk around the school like an hour and a half every day or thereabouts or several times a week. So that's how I get my exercise in. And today I want to get my vitamin D. And I thought I'd walk through the village because walking my regular haunts in the forest is not something I'm that brave enough to do. I don't want to encounter a bear. So if your first time, here is my blackberries. There you go. I'll cover these soon because those monkeys know they're here. Um, there is my chiso. Hello, how you do? You put that in beef. Sorry. Here, marigold for the bugs. This is oregano, and this is thyme, and that's garlic and the parsley. All right. The garden doesn't look so sprightly, but it's coming up. And this is my strawberries. I had them covered, and like I told you, I got six. So I was lucky. Now, a couple days ago, I saw two small cucumbers here. And you know who ate them? Rafiki. Yes, Rafiki come and ate them. So there's a little one here. I'm not sure I'm going to see that tomorrow. So that's cucumbers and, I don't know, pumpkins or something, butternut squash. I bought them on Amazon. And this is where I had my Irish potato. And those monkeys came and they do for me. They pull up, they eat up and everything. But I planted them back. So I have one, two, three potato stalks in here. That'll be good enough for me. And this is my tomato and peppers. Well, the monkeys don't really like tomatoes unless they're really hungry, but they're spiteful. They would pull it up and throw it away. And here's the funny thing. This okra, y'all never see okra so small and bare? I don't know what's wrong with this okra, if it can get enough nutrients, but I don't really put fertilizer on my food. So I might have to go get some other things to put there to get that going. But it's flowering and it's getting stuff. I have two tomatoes here. I'll be lucky if I come back and see them today because Rafiki and his people are out. They don't like to eat them, but they pick them just for spite and then throw them away. Yep, they do that. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the fruit. And over here I have bora, what people call string beans. I have bora here. I have to put a stick here for this to come up. And I put this thing here because it's like a ladder from a scaffold um, to keep it down because we had typhoon weather. In this box that looked like nonsense is purple sweet potatoes. But here again, Rafiki runs my life. So I cover it with net, but they have a way of pushing down and grabbing the roots and eating. They haven't discovered this sweet potato, but they discovered the tomatoes and stuff. So I might be lucky. So I put bramble and stuff like that so they wouldn't eat the potatoes before they're ready. Or if they mark it, they will come back every year for it. And over here is my compost box, but I had some other okras that were kind of suffering, so I put them in this box with some eggplant because monkeys like eggplant. So they're in here, and I'm hoping that they survive the attack. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. What if she get a hat? No, I need sun on my face. I got on sunscreen and shea butter and all that stuff. Right, it's gonna be a short walk. So, oh, I see two cucumbers. It's gonna be the race for the monkeys. What I'm going to do, I'm thinking, is this. I'm going to take that net and I'm going to just throw it over these things, and then I'm going to spread the net far enough and pin it so the monkeys can't get near the food, because if you put it just over the plants, they would push in and eat. Two things, monkeys and crows, man, those suckers are smart. They're very, very smart. So they're still carrying on and caterwauling over there. So I will just, let me take my towel just in case the sun gets too much for me. All right, my people, I am putting my feet to the ground as I usually do. Some of us, women and men of a particular age, we need to move. My philosophy is that this health and body that I have right now, I want it for the next 20 years. So I'm going to invest today, right? So I'm going to walk every day. And this walking business started when I had a dog. I may hear the monkeys from still here. I wonder if some of them down that way too. I'm hearing them still. Wait, they're over there too. Maybe they're in the fields across the street. Let's go see. Now, our students do engineering design and engineering context classes, so they do projects. And we have a sweet potato project across the street. Oh my God, there are plenty over my house. And they plant sweet potatoes. The first year we planted, the monkeys ate 90%, no, 10% of it. Sorry, I hear them across the street. Where are they? I don't know. I hear them. Anyway, they're in the bushes. Look at this bed of sunflowers, daisies. Oh, lovely. They're still rampaging at my house. They're still across there, rampaging. Now I know they ain't got no manners. I know what I'm going to do for them. I don't like to hurt animals, but I'm planning for Anthony! Anthony! My students. I'm calling my students. They were out. We have American students on campus, so we're being hosts, and they do. Those are my walking buddies going there. We always walk together. Anthony and Addie. Guys, are you walking? No, they went to eat ice cream. So I'm not going to walk that way. I'm going to show you where I walk every day after school. I don't walk in the mornings because I'm scared of the bears. They're out at least 2 times a day, morning and evening. And being a Guyanese, I don't know the first thing about bears. So I don't want any encounter whatsoever. So let's go. My people, if you don't have a walking routine, I would encourage you to get one. I don't like jogging. I don't like running. Back in the day, I was an athlete, but I run with a purpose. Jogging is too boring for me. So I walk. And I had breakfast, and I was hoping to walk like 10 minutes after the breakfast, but it's within the hour, so here we go. It's Saturday morning here, June 13th. Uh, and I'm on campus. So these buildings are connected by causeways. I must tell you, this is a beautiful piece of architecture right here. So I'm under this causeway. I'm going to go that way. And if you hear the tinkling, it's my bell. So it's in my pocket. So I'm going to take it out now. Like it's hanging like this. Let me show you. It's hanging here. And that's to tell the bears that a human is around. All the children in this neighborhood, they have bells on their backpacks. They stay on there every day for the entire school life um, because they're mountain kids and they have mountain predators like bears. So when the bears hear you, they don't stay, they move. Sometimes I see deer along the way. But what I must tell you is that Japanese life, village life, and Guyanese village life aren't that very different. No, it's countryside, it's trees. Where I live in the country in Guyana, it's not wooded like this. But I know parts of Guyana that's wooded like this, like the interland. I've been there, lived out there, served the Guyana government for all the education they gave me for free, they say. But I served, and the interland is beautiful. I'm telling you, Guyana is pretty bar none. Like the guys, like the woman said, I don't remember who wrote the song. It says, "My native land, over o'er silvern lakes and placid streams, and all of that, but none so fair as can compare with my own native land." And I can say that because I appreciate other people's country. And people say, well, if the other people country, nice you country nicer than other people country, why you don't go home? Excuse me, I'm a human being with choices. And so I can do what the dickens I want to do. But I can appreciate the beauty of Guyana and of other Caribbean countries because I traveled. I've lived overseas for a lot of times. So here's some more wooded areas. There's a street down below here, or a road, that goes down to the river. And every day they have what we call a drag line that will drag the silt out of the river because we don't want that to build up because it will flood this area. And over here is our hot springs. So when I feel like I work out too much, like yesterday, before yesterday, I was playing pickleball. I was pretty sore after. So I came here and had a good soak in the tub and everything. So this is nice and wooded. And this place is open every day after lunch. People can come. They have outdoor pools here. You can go in, sit, and soak. And then have a good time. So I could hear the water. But it's natural springs, but it's not open yet. It's gonna open after lunch. So this is our onsen. Like people will call it a spa. So if you're watching and you want to come to Japan, these are one of the things you must do. It's very, this is one of the most alien things, or one of the strangest things I've encountered in my travels, the onsen. You have to step into this place in your bird suit as an adult, not a stitch on you. Yep, ma'am. And the water is like 42 degrees hot. Let me tell you, when you put your butt down in that thing, hey, this thing electrified? I mean, I think so. You know, I mean, I think so. But anyway, when I go over there, I'll go over this side. Um, they have a little bar off place there that you shouldn't enter, but I am exiting. That thing would sting your butt like it want to swinge your butt like so. Ooh la la. Hey, you got to go, oh, me mama. But you ease yourself down because you don't want people to laugh you, you know, because other people inside there just as naked as you. But I was telling the students from America, it seems like Japanese have a very positive body image culture here. Not everyone goes to the onsen. Some Japanese never go, they don't like it. Some of our students don't go either. Our Muslim students don't go, and some Japanese don't go. For the same reasons that you would have as well. Some people think it nasty because all the way in the same soapy water and all of that. But the water moves constantly. And when you get in there, there's a stool to sit on and all your washing um, products, your body wash and stuff, you scrub yourself down. There's a little, you have your individual um, shower heads in little cubicles. You wash yourself, you wash your house and land, all of it, all your creases and cracks and crevices, you scrub down well. And then you rinse off, and then you enter the pools. Like four different kinds of pools. And then you have a sauna, you have a rubber dub dub tub where you alone can go sit inside. When you go inside, buoyancy happens, and it goes shoo, and you stay there, and you soak. You're not supposed to bathe in there. You're not supposed to swim. First of all, you can't swim. It's not deep enough to swim. I am 5'11". I can sit in a, if I sit straight up in a pool, maybe my upper chest will show. No, no, no. Is it? Yeah, probably. But I will just lay down like scrunch down, and you lay down. Mostly people lay down. There's a like a step like a two-step thing to get out in the pool, and you just lay back, put your head back on the step, and let your body soak. Even Japanese people, they can't really totally submerge. Yeah, you squat. If you squat, you can submerge up to your neck. And there is one that look like a latrine. You open the door. I can't even describe it. But anyway, you sit on this like a latrine seat. It has slats, but not a hole, and not a hole for like a pit. But you sit there and then you close the door on yourself. But the top has a round hole, and you put your neck through there. You open and your head go into the hole, and then you close the door so your neck is up and your head is up and your body is in there sitting. It smells so good, and the steam comes up and you sweat like hell from head to toe. Yep, love it, love it, love it. So I'm gonna go to a village. This is more of a modern Japanese village, modern type of village. I think I'm gonna go through the village, go past the cemetery, and work my way back. Like I'm telling you, it's not so different from our areas. Um, in Guyana, we have yards that have fences. You don't see fences in yards here. They just are, like you see in here. Um, they tell you houses in Japan are small, farthest from the truth. Not every house. If you go to live in Tokyo, you live in a cubicle for big money. Ohayou gozaimasu. Ii tenki desu ne. Hi. I saw a man and I told him the weather is beautiful. And I have my friends live here, Tamaki and Soji, and they have a beautiful little rustic garden. I always admire her garden. Yeah, she has rosemary and asparagus, onions, garlic, many, many things. This one look like pop. Yeah, it's what we call pop, tomatilla. Yeah. As kids, we used to pick them. I call pop. I think that's her garlic, and she has different things. She even grew sorrel one year. I was like, oh my gosh, where did she get sorrel seeds? And over here, she put flowers. Japanese people like to do this. Come out very early in the morning and put the village flowers. Yeah, this that one I don't know from my village. Nobody does that. So they try to cultivate every little place. So this little place here is a little patch of flowers, and here we are at cliff line again. Yeah, it's so peaceful. I tell you, with all of this, gratitude just fills my heart. Really does. It fills my heart because, like I say, I get to live in beautiful places like these, what I call God's country. Yep. And sometimes I say, God, is why I ever do for deserve this goodness. Yeah. So, hmm. And then some people say, but how you want to live in these far, far places? What do you mean far, far places? God's country. Eh, we can go wherever. So, and I'm fortunate enough to do it. I came here, the first time I came here was like 20 years ago, 20 some years ago, to teach at the university. Then I had applied, and it was affiliated with my master's, the place where I did my master's in the States. And so I came. I was recommended, and I came. I liked it. I was asked to stay. First person ever asked to stay, and there's nobody black here then. And I didn't want to stay because I wanted an advanced degree. So I left. And some years later, maybe 9 years later or something, they called me back and said, hey, we're opening this new program and this new type of school, and would you help us? I'm a career educator. So they thought they liked what I have to offer. So they offered me a position, and I took it because I wanted to do all these things I'm doing here now. I wanted to write, I wanted to explore different things. I want to live I want to live a certain kind of life. I didn't want the rat race life. I don't want the hustle and bustle. I'm a country girl at heart. And what am I doing? I supposed to get close to this year, so. And I be your country this year. No, these people house there right here. This is a apartment, government apartment building. So I think I'm safe. But all of this is monkey land too. Monkeys come all the way here. It's getting hot. Oh, look at that. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Yes. And so these are public apartments. They're nothing much to them. They just look blah, but inside nice. If you see those floors in there, ooh, beautiful. And these are cherry trees. In the spring, they're all blooms. And this is your graveyard. My village has graveyard. Your village maybe has a graveyard. But here again, it's different from my village in that people get buried in the ground. In my village, they get buried in tombs, which are above the ground, and they kind of stack them sometimes, mother on top of father and child and whatever. But they don't do that here. People get cremated here, and they have these crypts. I don't know what you call them. They must be a Japanese name, but I don't know the name yet. And they would buy these expensive stones. There are places where you buy these stones, very expensive, and they put their dead. But the thing that's most interesting for me about this cemetery is that it has standpipes. I'm going to go down and show you in a minute. They have standpipes that they would use to wash the tombs or the crypts or whatever you call these things. Because there's a certain time in August called Obon time, Obon season. You see, at Obon, don't even try to travel. The whole of Japan is moving. You know, like when Africa, they get the animals and move across the desert, so then people just move. Thousands and thousands and millions, they move. Every train station is packed, every bus, every whatever. So I try to get out of this country before or after if I'm going to go on vacation. Somewhere like August 11, you better be gone because everybody goes back to their what do you call their hometown. I'm thinking Japanese, Furusato, Inaka, their Furusato. They go back to their hometown. So I asked my friends, suppose you're married, whose hometown do you go to? They say they alternate. One year they go to the wife's hometown, one year they go to the father's hometown or the husband's hometown. But they go and they visit the dead. In Okinawa, there is a practice of not doing a lot of regular things during that time. Like how we have Lent and people who are Catholics observe Lenten season where they would abstain from something. Well, Japanese do something like that in Okinawa. They don't go swimming. It's like a bad omen to go swimming. So in Obon time, if you see anybody swimming, perhaps it's military or somebody who don't know bearing ground. Like we say in Guyana, stranger and no bearing ground. So when you see the people not in the beach or on the water, they're like, oh, we have it to ourselves. No, sir. These people are, commemorating their dead, honoring their dead, and they think something happens if you go in the water. I don't remember what it is. I was supposed to interview a guy about that, but I missed the opportunity. So this is our cemetery. So I'm going to pass the cemetery and I'm going to um, do what I usually do. So I will say, Sumimasen. I bow and I clasp my hand and say, excuse me. In Guam, if you're going to go into forest, you have to ask for excuse. You have to say, excuse me. You don't just run in a bush. In Australia, you also have to acknowledge the ancestors. When I was there, I participated in this ceremony just by chance, where they had the smoke ceremony and a fire ceremony, and they lit the fire and they had some cherry bush or whatever making the smoke, and you had to like fan the smoke under your armpit, and that's where they have the biggest scent on your body. They say called the junga, and you send the junga into the forest, and you tell the ancestors you're there. So that's how I did it, and then here I say, excuse me. In Guyana, you I don't think you say that. You don't say that. But if you point in the bearing ground, you got to bite your finger, right? Hello, salamander. If you point in the bearing ground, you got to say, excuse me, in Guyana. So you got to bite your finger. But this is the pipe that's in the cemetery. And you take the pipe and they put the hose. They come with the hose. They come with broom, scrubbing utensils, and they scrub and clean. See, right now it's mossy. In August, everything gonna be spanking clean. So these people respect the living and they respect the dead. But it doesn't mean that there is no disrespect in this country. There is disrespect. People are people wherever you go, but they've been acculturated a different way. If you notice, you might only see dry leaves in this burial ground. Somebody cleans it. If I come early enough or come the right time, I see somebody sweeping it. But thousands and thousands of people could pass through this place. They could have a festival up the road, and thousands of people pass through there. You won't see a piece of trash anywhere. That's what I like about it. And that's the difference between my village and these villages because people take care of the environment a lot. And there are no trash cans anywhere. You would think that if you want a place to be clean, you would put trash cans. But that is antithetical to this culture. They believe if you put trash cans, you expect to get trash. And they ain't putting up with trash. So they don't put none. And then the kids taught me something that I think is at work. I'll tell you about it just now. This is one of the things I really love. Somebody said something. Let me see. Hello, it's me. What is story? Say, St. Mary John Cross Slayer, wagwan girl, wagwan. Me happy for see you. Nice, nice, nice. Girl, you slaying them good. You slaying them good. Woman after my own heart. No advantage pan AK. They're gonna reap what they sow. So anyway, I like this. Listen. Now this is the sound of water. Everywhere you go, in the villages, you will hear water. Even in cities, you will hear the water. And it's something that I really like to talk to people about. You know, we think that if there are obstacles in your life, you must get rid of it. It's bad. Japanese just put obstacles in the waterways to make music. So for me, when obstacles come, even though you don't want to, you have to try to listen to the music to see what else you're learning or where you're growing from. Because we expect to have no obstacles. We expect to have happy life and everything smooth. People don't grow like that. Growth means struggle. Something's got to change, and sometimes change brings struggle. So, with the obstacles bring character, because this landscape could be just boring. I could just show you things, and you never hear anything. But here you have rice field, rice paddy, and you have the water. Look, look, look. And this water is coming down from the mountains, and it's going down. And somewhere in there, they get a stone willfully put there to capture the music. Rice. I usually come and plant rice with people. We have an innovation hub where they take care, they plant rice and stuff in other places. So I would volunteer, tell the guys I want to plant rice, they carry me. Mind you, I don't drive in this country, you know. I don't drive, me frightened. Me and another little lady. Mm-mm. So, but when I go with the guys to plant rice, I drive the machine them, expensive millions of dollar machine. When it's time for harvest, me harvesting too. If you see me on them big machine, I'm gonna see if I can go this year. Over here is peanuts. This is somebody's farm, peanuts. Now, this building here is not a house, it's a barn. And this is what you may not see in Caribbean landscapes or Guyanese landscape, barns. All these are barns, they contain expensive harvesting equipment, plowing equipment, all kinds of equipment are in these barns. And also they store rice in these barns. So they mill the rice, they store the rice. I'm going to try to get the full thing this year. And here we go. You see the water again. Yeah. Let's see, yeah, guy at this farm. Ohayo gozaimasu. O genki desu ka? あ、そうですね。じゃがいも全部こいで。じゃがいもでも、こういうので。あ、あれ、近くの店行った。じゃがいも。そうですね。私のじゃがいもも、食べた。あ、いちごももう、食べた。Yeah. 6個を、 6個、あ、いちご
お、
だけ
お、
食べた。
ああ、そうか。
うん。
ああ、
猿
あれがおって、何してあっても、
うん。
食べるようになると取られる
うん。私たちは、うん、食べる。まあでも、
そのここ
猿は、猿が面白い。
ここね、
ええ。
これしてなかったんや。この
あ、
電気を。
そう。あ、そうそう。
電気を押してなかったら、
うんうん。
そこを、あーって、
え
この網の上あ
え。
ーって、
うん。
で、猿が取ってから電気したんやけど
頭
な。
がいいよ。頭がいい。Yes. The saru is very smart. Yeah.
あれ、
It's,
人間の作ったものは何でも食べる。
yeah. They eat anything.
うん、
Yeah. 国際高等専門学校で私の畑あります。
ああ、そうか。
でも、うん、あの場所中にいちごある、いちごやじゃがいも、さつまいも、オクラ、トマト、ナス、オクラ。でも、オクラとトマト、猿大嫌いです。
かぼちゃは喜んで食べる。
Yeah.
まあ、
クマ
この間、
?OK。
小さいこんな全部取られた。
おー、そうです
ち
ね。
っちゃいやつはこんな、
小さい。
お、
食べた。
お、やられた。
ごめんなさい。
皿全部取っていった。
Yeah. この辺、クマ見ましたか？
あ、
クマ。
クマ、これだこの交差点のとこに。
交差点。おー、OK。この辺ないね。
この辺そうやけど、この山におるよ。
おー、そうですね。
お、
はい、気をつけて。
気をつけ
OK。
んと。
Yeah. そう今は散歩する。少し、あそこ悪いね。危ないの？
ここ危ないよ。
危ない。
何時出るかもわからん。
Yeah. でも、多分ここ。Yeah. ありがとうございました。さよなら。はい。So I just gaffing with this fella. I know his wife. I see her, but I don't see her today. So we're talking about the monkeys. And I ask him, oh, he has lots of onions. Look, see, he harvested onions. Maybe he's going to sell these. They usually sell to the roadside place across the street. I could buy like 4 or 5 for less than $1. But other times they would just take the stock and then hang them in their garage. If I see a garage open, I'll show you how they hang them. So they keep them for, like, for their home purposes. Look at this. Every little piece of soil makes for good growing. They would plant flowers, they would plant. So here again, this is a barn, and that's what's going to be inside. Harvesters and everything. So he told me the forest area is dangerous because the bears are around the forest side. So they usually come to the farm on scooters. Old people, they don't walk, they just come on scooters. And all the people were there. Their fancy whatchamacallit will come here. I see an old lady on a scooter. Let me see if I could catch her if she's coming down. She was way over that side. Can I go? Let me see. I might catch her on the way coming up. I don't know if she's going home, but I see her. So it's just rice fields and little gardens. So faculty, I would see people just walking. You come out of school and you just walk around, stretch your legs, and it's rice, rice, rice. So this dam here in Guyana, when you're planting rice, it's called a mare. And they would burst the mare so that water could go into the rice field. In Guyana, they burst it, but here they put a pipe. They put a pipe, and then they block the water, and then it will go in there, and then they pick up the pipe later on. Yep, that old lady is not coming this way. She she went somewhere else. There's a forest road that I like to walk up there, but I don't have the guts. Mm-mm. Too much, too much bear sightings. So I'm gonna go back. I see my friend over there. I try to avoid filming them, but that old guy was really engaging, so I did. So I came from all the way there. So I'm gonna go back because I have these people coming to campus today, and I want to be there. So this lady who has this farm, her name is Takako, and Takako has corn, beans. I think that's carrots, sweet potato, and this here says kiken. That means electric shocking gonna happen there. But you see, she has to cover the top and everything because the monkeys will breach this thing and eat out everything. Everything. One of the things I know about Japan as well, with gardening, that's kind of different from us, is that nobody's coming and stealing this stuff. Also, they plant flowers in the middle of their gardens like that. These are, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of rusty now. But people plant flowers in their garden. And this rice paddy stalk here, they used to cover up the ground from the weeds. There's cabbage, beans, corn, tomatoes, and everything. Ohio! She's busy in her garden. She doesn't have time. So they come with their trucks like this to the barn, pick up stuff. And what time it is here? The time it's about 9:30. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. It's about 9:30 now. Hmm. Life in Japan is it's very good for me. I like it. The pace is good. We work a lot, but we do have a lot of holidays. Like you would get these 4-day weekends every so often. But as a as a teacher professor, they have year round. Well, not year round. So you work year round, meaning that like in Guyana, the Caribbean, you would have summer holidays like August month. You don't go to school. Well, August month you got to come and work. Students aren't in school, but as a professor, you have to be here because you get paid. So you have to be here. You have a lot of time for preps. You can't say you don't have time. You have oodles of time for prep. And we have the facilities. We have everything we need to do it. So it's not like ram packed, but me as a self-proclaimed workaholic, I could always find things to do. And I just don't teach. I head a department and have other administrative responsibilities. So, yeah, but I like it. I like it. And it's not, I don't have to be in the rat race. Like if I was working in the west of the university, I don't have to tear myself climbing up the ladder. You know, I'm already there. So I don't have to do that. So that's it. Food wise, people complain about food. I don't find it a problem because they eat lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, and fresh. And you got good meat. It's good. It's good. But if you're looking for this big old lawless meat and big old roast chicken, you get rotisserie at Costco. There's Costco here, but you don't get the lifestyle is different from the West. Let's say that. Pigging out is different. You can go to the yakiniku place and you will order yakiniku is like little barbecue meat. You will get small portions, but then it adds up. So if you go out with your friends, you can easily eat with a couple of friends. You can easily eat $300-400 worth of food. People will eat all the meat they want, and it comes with good vegetables. You wrap your meat in lettuce, and you just eat, and you're cooking it in front of you. It's really nice. That's what I say. And then when you go out with your friends, we order several dishes, we share, and then we split the bill. So sometimes it's like, whoa, what's that bill? Couple $100, but when you split it, you're fine. And I don't split drinks because I don't drink. And people want to just drink, gotta pay for their drinks. So if you go to a place called Nomi Hodai, which means drink all you can drink, then you have 90 minutes to drink all you can drink. And if you go to Tabe Hodai, that means you eat as much as you can eat for 90 minutes. Ooh, and boy, do I eat. Yes. So thank you for watching. I'm almost back home. You see, I usually like to go through that tunnel. There's a tunnel at the end there. I usually go through that tunnel, go around this mountain, and come out somewhere else. But me, I frightened that tunnel area now because day before yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, a bear was seen near this tunnel. So, and the old guy was telling me that there was a bear seen over there, but he was telling me avoid the mountain sides. But I've never seen any beside my house. I don't think they'll come there. But who's no. I'm sorry. A couple weeks ago there was one seen behind. We have a hotel on campus. It was seen behind the hotel. Yeah. But that was like I think early morning. Hi gozaimasu. That's campus over there, the gym, and here is where the guys come with their Harleys and their big bikes and they hang out. There's a coffee shop, a noodle shop, and a souvenir place and a rest stop with bathrooms and stuff. And our bathrooms are like, ooh, nice. They're very clean, well kept, and the like. But some of these guys are my friends. I don't know if any of my friends is here today, but they befriend me. Ohio, Ohio. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. They're just driving out today with whatever cars they have. Ooh, what is this one? This one looks interesting. Sometimes they talk to me about their cars. I don't know who car this is. Like they make it up. Huh. I don't know. What brand is this? I couldn't tell, but nice. Here we have our ice creams. You can buy ice cream. I usually get my coffee grounds and soba grounds from here to put in my garden for my compost. And over here you can buy soy milk ice cream. Look at this little boy. Yeah, you're working. You can come here and sit and have a drink. Ayo. Dajabu. Yeah, so I know him. So you can come here and eat your meal, noodles and things, and just relax. When I want to catch the bus to go downtown, I come to this bus stop. And in the winter, it's good to be out of the snow because we get lots and lots of snow. So you come here, and if the snow is really big, you take the shovel and shovel yourself out. Mhm. And sometimes in the spring, the birds are up there making their babies and things. And if you have an electric car, you charge. You charge here. Last weekend was a big weekend, a big holiday weekend, the weekend before. So there were loads of cars and what do you call it, campers. Sometimes campers come here in the evening at the back and they stay the night. Then they go to our spa, change, shower, have a meal, and all of that. This is our roadside place. There you go. Here's the water again. Ayo. Hello. So the farmers, 大丈夫です。友達と話します。アメリカとヒロヒロ人話します。So they have leeks, onions that you can buy. This is the onion is how much? Doesn't have a price. Maybe 100 yen. No, 120 yen. 120 yen. That's not even a dollar. So this is a zucchini and a nasu, eggplant. Zucchini and a nasu. And these are fresh new top potatoes. Ooh, I would like. And these are lettuce fresh from the garden. And there's snap beans fresh from the garden. Black walnuts, catnip, acorns, something cones. And we have a bread shop in here. So I'm going to discreetly go in and show you what's in here. Very mountain style. See what I said? Anybody want wild boar meat? So you can get your wild boar steak and sausages, and you can get uh, mushrooms. Oh, this language is playing with my head. Peanuts, no, beans, and garlic. Garlic is 200 yen for garlic, fresh garlic grown in the garden. You can get lots of eateries. Lots of pumpkin chips, sweet potato chips, fresh bread. So that's it. That's it. I'm gonna come out of here. Hiya. She not even see me. she's busy. She's busy, busy, busy. So that's it. Sometimes I come and sit out over here and relax. So I'm gonna go home. I have 9 minutes to get back. I have 9 minutes to get to the school. So I'm going to change out of these walking clothes. Maybe I'm going to examine the damage of the monkeys. So this is pretty much mountain life. I used to walk a lot and vlog, but the walking now is in the evenings, and at that time it might be in the wee hours of the morning for you guys. But I'm hoping to grow a group of people who are health conscious. You don't have to be health nuts, but just move your body because hey, the ABCs are coming. You can't stop them. Aging happens, but we don't have to lay down and roll over it. Just let it take us over. Once you can move your feet, move them. In the winter when I can't walk, sometimes I just walk in place at my kitchen sink. Ohayou gozaimasu. Those are people coming. Our American students are here, so they're going to run a program for little kids around the neighborhood. So I'm going to go be there and support. It starts at 10. So I'm going to try on some slacks. Listen, I showered before I went walking. I don't know, I always shower before I exercise. I don't know what's a thing. So at times, a whole lot of bees followed me. I'm like, oh God, what do I have on that they're following me? And that's why sometimes I can't sneak up on the monkeys because they smell me. Whatever perfume or deodorant I'm wearing. So my people, I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for keeping my company. I'll let you know the next time I go walking. Come walk with me in Japan, and that's home, second to last from the left. And that's it. Talk to you guys later.